famous unit circle. First, you have to label the 4 points on the axes of the unit circle. So this is 1, 0, 0, 1, -1, 0, and 0, -1.
So first, we're going to label the degrees. You start from the x-axis, and it goes up 30 degrees. Then, within the 90 degrees, it goes up 15 to each radii, so this would be 45, and then 60, and then again it would go plus 30 to 90 degrees. Then do the same for all quarters.
Then we have to label the radians. So every radian goes 3, 4, 6, and the way I remember is that the 6s are closest to the x-axis and the 3s are closest to the y-axis, and they're all denominators. So you go 3, 4, 6, and then 6, 4, 3, and then 3, 4, 6, and 6, 4, 3.
Okay, so for quadrant run, it's really easy to remember. They are all just pi, so it's pi over 6, pi over 4, pi over 3. And then for quadrant 2, it's easy to remember because all the numbers are on top are 1 less than the numbers on bottom. So for 3, it would be 2 pi. 4, it would be 3 pi, because that's 1 less than 4, and then 5 pi.
For the bottom half, quadrant 3 is also pretty easy to remember because the numerators are all 1 above. The denominators would be 7 pi, 5 pi, and 4 pi. And unfortunately for quadrant 4, it's kind of hard to remember, but it just goes 5 pi, 7 pi, and 11 pi. And for the 4 main angles, 0, 90, 180, 270, they all connect because this is pi over 2, and pi, 3 pi over 2, and 2 pi. And when you start here, you just add half pi until you get to 2 pi. And this is also 0.
So now we're going to label the coordinates. The first coordinate that we'll start with is this one. So this is 1/2, and then square root 3 over 2. And this is easy to label the others because then you can simply draw a box to the other coordinates. So then you know that all of these are the same, and the only thing that changes is the sign. Next, the next point is pretty easy to remember because they're the same. So it's square root 2 over 2, square root 2 over 2. The same thing happens. You can draw a box so that you are able to easier see which ones are the same. Lastly, you just switch this. So instead of 1/2, comma, square root 3 over 2, you have square root 3 over 2, 1/2. And then you can draw yet another box so that you can easily write the coordinates down.
Okay, so next we have to draw the signs that correspond with each coordinate. And so for quadrant 1, just think of it like a regular graph, so both are positive, so you don't do anything. And quadrant 2, the x-coordinate is negative, so you just make all of these negative. Quadrant 3, they're both negative. And quadrant 4, the x-coordinate is positive and the y-coordinate is negative, so just change all the y-coordinates.
In order to remember the cosine and sine of each angle, we replace the x with the cosine theta and the y with the sine theta. And a way I remember it is because c comes before s. For example, the sine of 30 degrees, which is the y, would be 1/2. And there you have it, our famous unit circle. Peace and blessings.
Hey, knock one more. Can we go thrift shopping?
What? What?